Hey YouTube, what's going on everybody? Hey everybody, hey, good evening. I'm making this video because I wanted to give my opinion and talk a little about Chicago, since I'm from Chicago, born and raised in Chicago, been here all my life, on the west side of Chicago, born and raised. I haven't lived anywhere else. And Chicago been in the news a lot lately and all over social media. So I just want to give my take on everything and put my little 2 cents in there. So first, what I wanted to say is I really thank President Trump. Thank you for doing a great job thus far, for doing an amazing job thus far, in my opinion. And thank you for considering bringing the troops to Chicago. Thank you for even having Chicago on your list, on your mind. And I also want to say, it's so many things that I want to touch on, and I'm just trying to get everything lined up in my head. So y'all just bear with me. But I really do want to just touch on like the videos that I seen, like other young men that was advising Trump not to send the troops to Chicago, that the gang's not going, and the guy was like, gang, I'm telling you, we a different breed, this, that, and the third. This is not Washington. Yeah, those videos. And I just wanted to say, now, don't get me wrong, Chicago is out of control. The violence is out of control. I'm not saying that by no stretch of the imagination. Am I saying that it's not? I'll be the first to say that, because I live it every day. But at the same time, when you got guys like that, and I'm gonna say too, those young guys, they would get it cracking. So I'm not gonna take that from them. But that's not even no credit that you want to give nobody anyway. But I'm not trying to discredit what he said in that regard, as far as like, it's over 1,000 gangs in Chicago and they not going, and this, that, and the third. But at the same time, those guys, like, they be doing all that and saying all those things. It just be for clout. It just be to one up the next. So if they was talking about like Baltimore got the highest murder rate of this, that, or has the highest murder rate, if that was the topic, if any other city had the highest murder rate, and it's like they gotta outdo that city, so they gotta try to make it seem like, yeah, like Chicago is the worst city and got the highest murder rate. To them, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We gotta outdo all these other cities, because Chicago is #1 in murdering, and we Chirac, this, that, and the third. And it's stupid to say, but that's their mentality. So that's the reason why they talk like that, because they always have to, it's for clout, and then they got to outdo other cities or other places that is just as bad as Chicago. So they want to make it seem like they #1 in crime. Silly as that sound, but it's a lot. That's a lot of reasons why. And they talk like that and be saying all that stuff, like, yeah, take it serious, but at the same time, I know like what the angle is, you know. And like I said, I'm not taking away from the fact that Chicago is so out of control. And it's crazy that I just seen I seen 2 videos with 2 guys talking about how they would retaliate and how the gang's not going. So just those 2 guys, And can you imagine? You got thousands more think just like that. Stupidity. They want to be the most violent. They want to be known to be the most violent. It's Chirac. They got to be known to be kill people and be doing all this shooting, this, that, and the third. They got switches, they got big guns, so they want to be known for that. And then they act like that's a good thing. And it's sad, it's so pitiful. It ain't even sad, it's pitiful. So I wanted to say that first, and then at the same time, we need the National Guard. And it ain't even funny. Like, it's getting to a point you can't even be where you can be outside, but at the wrong place at the wrong time, if you look at a person the wrong way, you could lose your life. And then it was a point in time when women and kids was kind of spared and off the table. Not no more. Women get it too. Women get it just as much as any man. Women get it too. And I just think back like to those days, like it was rules, and it was even though it was street crime and the street life, it was rules to that. It was certain things that the guys wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? They had a limit. But now it's everything goes. And anybody can get it. Anybody. Old, woman, kid. It just don't even matter. And how did it get to this point? I know personally, in my personal opinion, how I feel that it got to this point. I think like being on the west side, and I think the west side was more or less trying to compete with the south side. Once they started seeing like the south side was getting recognition for being the most violent and this, that, and the third. So, because the west side used to be the side where you could come to, it was laid back, it was chill. Everybody, it was crime, don't get me wrong. Crime like crazy. But it was more so like the guys was more about money. More about their money, more about hustling, more about dressing and cars and, just that lifestyle, opposed to just murder, death, kill. Everybody used to want to come kick it out, whereas you could have a good time. Everything is going to be cool. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have your this and that. And I think as the younger generation start coming up and start seeing like how the South Side was making those videos on YouTube, and they was getting more popular. So now here come the West Side. So then I felt like, this is my opinion, and I'm going to say that again, this is my opinion. And I felt like the West Side, the younger generation started competing with the South Side. And then as a whole, they just made the city out of control, like horrible. And the people that's protesting, from what I've seen, I haven't seen really no black people downtown protesting. And if some of those white people are from Chicago, they going home to where it's quiet, nice. They don't hear ambulance all day, police is all day, none of that. But y'all want to protest to not send a National Guard here?